Halo semua. So, slot ni kita akan bincangkan tentang asymptote. So, ada dua ya, horizontal asymptote dengan vertical asymptote. So, pada masa yang sama saya akan ajar bahan tambahan iaitu bagaimana untuk sketch graph. Okay, so mari kita mula perbincangan kita.
So, find the vertical and horizontal asymptote given the function f(x) is equal to x over x plus 1. Step number 1, determine the domain. So now, by referring to the function, here we have a linear function. And the domain for the linear would be negative infinity until infinity. Here we have a linear function, but it is located in a denominator, so meaning that x plus 1 cannot be equals to 0. So x cannot be equals to negative 1. So the domain would be negative infinity until negative 1 union negative 1 until infinity, where the negative 1 is not included. So for this case, since this is a division, so the operation would be intersection. So here we have step number 1. In order to find the domain, we have the number line, locate the value negative 1. For the first part, here they mentioned that negative infinity until infinity, where all real number is included. For this case, we are having all numbers except negative 1. So meaning that empty circle, and we have a line. For the operation, it is intersection, so we will have the intersection. So meaning that the domain for the f is equals to negative infinity until negative 1 union negative 1 until infinity, where we note that the negative 1 is not included. Step number 2, we're going to find the vertical asymptote. So step number 2, the vertical asymptote would be x is equals to negative 1. How to determine the vertical asymptote? By referring to the domain, and here we have the situation, meaning that negative 1 is not included, so that would be the vertical asymptote. Step number 3, we're going to study the behavior when we x approaching x negative 1. So now the suggestion would be, we have a number line and locate the value negative 1. The value approaching negative 1 from the left would be negative 1.0001. And for the right hand side, the suggested value will be negative 0.9999. So let's study the behavior. So in order to study the behavior, limits when x approaching negative 1 from the left. Another side, we will have limit when x approaching negative 1 from the right. So kindly substitute the function. We have x over x plus 1 equals to, so if we substitute the value, negative 1, meaning that we're going to substitute negative 1.0001. So for this case, the numerator, we will have a negative value over, if we substitute the value into this part, the negative 1.0001 plus with 1, we will obtain another negative value. So limits when x approaching negative 1 from the left for the function x over x plus 1, we will obtain a positive infinity, where the situation will be the function of f increase without limit as x approaching negative 1 from the left. So next, move on to the right hand side. We have x over x plus 1. So we will obtain a positive or a negative value on the numerator. So kindly substitute negative 0.999 into this part, and we will have a negative value over, if we substitute to this part, and we will have a positive value, because negative 0.9999 plus with 1, and we will have a positive value. So limit when x approaching negative 1 from the right for the function x over x plus 1, we will obtain a negative infinity, meaning that the function of f decreasing without limit when x approaches negative 1 from the right. So as a conclusion, we have to write down the vertical asymptote is x equals to negative 1. That will be the third step.
Okay, so if you refer to this part, actually the first lesson, right, for the limits refers to the part D. We are observing the behavior of the fx when we approaching the negative 1 from the left and from the right. So actually that is a vertical asymptote. So as we can see, that is a vertical asymptote because it is not the domain. Okay, asymptote.
The third step. Step number 4, we are going to find the horizontal asymptote. So how to find the horizontal asymptote? Limits when x approaching negative infinity for the function x over x plus 1. Then we have another situation, limits when x approaching positive infinity for the function x over x plus 1. So kindly substitute the value negative infinity, and we will have negative infinity over negative infinity, which is I df. So in order to find the situation, we are going to divide the numerator and the denominator with the highest power of x of the denominator. So in this case, the highest denominator would be x. So limits when x approaching negative infinity, x bracket 1 over x bracket 1 plus 1 over x. So if we simplify the situation, so we will have 1 over 1 plus 1 over x. If we substitute negative infinity, we will obtain 0, because the key 1 over infinity is equals to 0. So at the end, we will approaching the value 1 as x approaching negative infinity for the function fx. Next, let's move on to the right hand side. If we substitute the value into the function, and we will have positive infinity over another positive infinity, again, which is a IDF. Since the situation is the same, so limit when x approaching positive infinity, 1 over 1 plus 1 over x. The situation has been simplified. So finally, we will have 1 as well. So as a conclusion, horizontal asymptote is y equals to 1.
Tadi kita dah bincang tentang macam mana nak cari vertical asymptote, macam mana nak cari horizontal asymptote. So benda-benda ini adalah anda perlu rujuk ya lesson yang sebelum ini, iaitu bagaimana kita nak cari vertical asymptote, iaitu guna bahan-bahan dalam D. Okay. Kemudian macam mana nak cari horizontal asymptote, anda perlu rujuk kepada bahan-bahan dalam E. So seterusnya saya nak buat benda tambahan, iaitu sketch the graph dengan menggunakan bahan-bahan yang sedia ada. So sekarang apa yang kita perlu buat adalah kita perlu rujuk kepada situasi yang pertama adalah domain, di mana negative infinity until negative 1, union negative 1 until infinity. Seterusnya, yang kedua, kita ada bahagian asymptote. Okay, the behavior of fx, iaitu increasing, ini decreasing. Seterusnya kita ada horizontal asymptote, di mana kita ada x approaching negative infinity, x approaching positive infinity. So sekarang saya nak mula sketch graph. Okay, beri perhatian ya. So sekarang kita ada xy axis. So yang pertama apa yang kita perlu buat adalah tulis asymptote dia. Okay, di mana asymptote kita adalah x equals to negative 1. So katakan x equals to negative 1 berada di sini. Okay, sebagai tambahan. Kemudian kita mula baca iaitu vertical asymptote. When x approaching negative 1 from the left, bermaksudnya dari sini, from the left, kita akan approaching positive infinity. So di mana positive infinity? Di sini dia. Okay, seterusnya x approaching negative 1 from the right, maksudnya dari sini. So kita akan dapat apa? Negative infinity, bermaksudnya di sini, situasi dia. Okay, increasing without bound untuk left hand side, decreasing without bound untuk right hand side. So itu adalah cara untuk buat graph. Kita perlu tengok pula horizontal asymptote. So di sini kita ada horizontal asymptote y equals to 1. So katakan y equals to 1 berada di sini. So apa yang kita perlu buat sekarang adalah kita ada dua jawapan, iaitu when x approaching negative infinity, maksudnya towards the left. Okay, towards the left. Dia ada dua kemungkinan, iaitu yang pertama di atas y equals to 1 atau di bawah y equals to 1. Kemudian lagi satu adalah when x approaching positive infinity, so the value will be equals to 1. Dia ada dua kemungkinan, iaitu di atas y equals to 1 atau di bawah y equals to 1. So apa yang tuan-tuan puan-puan perlu tahu adalah perlu guna calculator. Kali key in the function, iaitu key in function ini dalam calculator. Okay, katakan anda dah key in x over x plus 1. Sekarang guna function calculate. Tekan button calculate. Kemudian substitute a value which is negative infinity. Katakan kita substitute negative 100. So, kita akan dapat satu jawapan 1.01010101. Betul? So, di mana bahawa nilai itu adalah di atas ini. Okay? Itu adalah jawapan dia. Masa yang sama, tekan sekali lagi calculate, kemudian masukkan nilai 100. Okay? Sebab positive infinity. Positive infinity. So, 100. So, kita akan dapat satu nilai juga 0.9900909 dan sesuatu kan. So, bermaksudnya nilai yang ada di sebelah kanan adalah less than 1. So, itu adalah jawapan kita. Seterusnya, apa yang kita perlu tahu adalah kita perlu sketch the graph. So, untuk bahagian sebelah kiri, inilah rupa graf dia. Okay. Kemudian untuk sebelah kanan, kita perlu tentukan. Okay. Kita perlu tentukan x, y intercept-nya. Sebagai contoh, kalau kita substitute when x equals to 0 ke dalam function fx. So, f0 is equals to, so saya tahu 0 over 1. So, f0 is equals to 0. So, bermaksudnya x, y intercept-nya adalah sama, which is the origin. So, graf saya akan jadi begini. So, inilah rupa dia. Function fx is equals to x over x plus 1. Begitulah graf untuk kita punya situasi ini. So, harap anda faham ya, penggunaan horizontal dengan vertical asymptote atau konsep-konsep limits ini untuk membantu kita untuk sketch the graph. So, jangan lupa nyatakan intersection point, nama graf, XY axis dan itu saja. So, kita bergerak ke example yang seterusnya.
Find the vertical and the horizontal asymptote given that the function equals to x plus 3 over x squared minus 4. So, step number 1, we're going to find the domain. So, how to find the domain? Kindly observe the function. We have the numerator part, which is a linear, so the domain will be negative infinity until infinity. Then, for the denominator, it is a quadratic. As we all know, the domain will be negative infinity until infinity. But for this case, the quadratic as a denominator, so x squared minus 4 cannot be equals to 0. So if we factorize the situation, we will have x minus 2, x plus 2, which is not equals to 0. So x cannot be equals to 2, and x cannot be equals to negative 2. So based on this part, the domain will be negative infinity until negative 2, union negative 2 until 2, union 2 until infinity, where the negative 2 and 2 is not included. As for this case, we have two domain, and the operation is intersection. So now we have to denote the situation in the number line. So where we have negative 2 and 2. For this case, the situation is all real number. And for this case, we denoted it as empty circle for negative 2 and also 2. And then we draw a line connected the empty circle. So intersection. So the situation will be this part, except negative 2 and also 2. So as a conclusion, the domain would be negative infinity until negative 2, union negative 2 until 2, union 2 until infinity, where negative 2 and 2 is not included. Step number 2, vertical asymptote. So in this case, kindly refers to the domain. We have two vertical asymptote, which is x equals to negative 2 and x is equals to 2. Step number 3, we're going to study the behavior. So, have a number line. We have negative 2 and 2. Let's suggest a value for each part. So, for the negative 2 from the left, we have negative 2.0001. As for the right, we will have negative 1.999 and 9.
So, harap anda masih ingat ya, iaitu macam mana nak cari domain. Masa chapter 5, saya pernah ajar kan macam mana cari domain. Kemudian untuk bahagian ni, bila kita dapat domain, kita perlu buat number line. Lepas tu kita perlu assume a number. Supaya kejap nanti memudahkan urusan kita bila dealing with vertical asymptote atau bahagian D sebelum ini. Kita nak tengok dia punya behavior when approaching -2 either from the left atau from the right. Kemudian approaching 2 from the left and from the right.
As for the 2, from the left, we will have 1.999 and 9. As from the right, we will have 2.0001. This will be the suggested value. So now we are going to study the behavior. First, limits when x approaching -2 from the left, and limits when x approaching -2 from the right. Substitute the function. We have x plus 3 over x squared minus 4. So in this part, my suggestion would be substitute the simplest form, which means x minus 2, x plus 2. Another part, x plus 3 over x minus 2, x plus 2. So now we are going to discuss. So for this case, we have to make use of the -2.0001. So if we substitute this value into this part, very obvious, we notice that we will have a positive value. And if we substitute into this part, we will have a negative value. Followed by, if we substitute into this part, again, notice that -2.0001 plus with 2, we will have another negative value. So finally, limits when x approaching -2 from the left for the function x plus 3 over x squared minus 4 will be equals to positive infinity, meaning that the function f increase without limit when x approaching -2 from the left. Next part, we are going to focus on this part. If we substitute the value -1.9999 into this part, and we will have a positive value for the numerator. Then let's have a look if for this part, again, we will have another negative value. If we substitute into this part, and we notice that 2 is greater than 1.9999. So now we will have a positive value. So limits when x approaching -2 from the right for the function x plus 3 over x squared minus 4, we will have a negative infinity, meaning that the function of f decrease without limit when x approaches -2 from the right. So that would be the vertical asymptote. X is equals to -2. So now I'm going to discuss the behavior when x approaching 2 from the left and from the right. So repeat the situation. Limit when x approaching 2 from the left. Limit when x approaching 2 from the right. Kindly substitute the function x plus 3 over, do remember, pick the simplest form, so we will have x minus 2, x plus 2. Repeat the situation. So x minus 2, x plus 2. So now let's refer to the left hand side. We have -1.999 and 9. So if we substitute, for sure, we will obtain a positive value over. What if for this part, -1.999 minus 2? Very obvious, it is a negative value. If for this part, I'm sure we will have a positive value. So limits when x approaching 2 from the left for the function x plus 3 over x squared minus 4, we will have a negative infinity, meaning that the function of f decrease without limit when x approaches 2 from the left. Let's move on to the right hand side. So the value would be negative, the value would be 2.0001. If we substitute, we will have a positive value over, for this part, very obvious, 2.0001 more than 2. So again, we will have another positive value, multiply with positive value. So at the end, limit when x approaching 2 from the right for the function x plus 3 over x squared minus 4, and we will have a positive infinity, meaning that the function of f increase without limit when x approaches 2 from the right. So the vertical asymptote in here would be x is equals to 2.
Harap anda nampak ya, macam mana saya buat untuk vertical asymptote atau bahagian D untuk lesson 1 untuk topik limits. Harap nampak ya, So setiap satu ini kita perlu test. Okay, setiap satu from the left, from the right, from the left, from the right, kita perlu tahu behavior dia. So anda boleh nampaklah ya behavior dia. So dah siap vertical asymptote, sekarang saya perlu buat apa? Cari horizontal asymptote.
We are going to find the horizontal asymptote. How to find the horizontal asymptote? Kindly write down the situation. Limit when x approaching negative infinity. Another part, limits when x approaching positive infinity. Kindly substitute the function. What we have, x plus 3 over x squared minus 4 for both cases.
Okay, format untuk cari vertical adalah begini. Left and right, maksudnya kena rujuk number line. Okay, sebelum dapat number line, kena tengok domain. Kalau untuk dapat horizontal asymptote, dia mesti sama. Mesti sentiasa to negative infinity atau to positive infinity. Sentiasa sama. Okay, so ini anda perlu rujuk semulalah bahagian E untuk lesson pertama, limits tadi. Teruskan.
Next, we are going to substitute the value, and we will have negative infinity for the numerator and positive infinity for the denominator. So in this case, we denoted it as IDF or indeterminate form. So now we have the IDF. So what is the strategy to solve this kind of problem? Dividing the numerator and the denominator by the highest power of x for the denominator. So kindly reverse the denominator. We have the highest power is x squared. So now limits when x approaching negative infinity, x squared bracket 1 over x plus 3 over x squared over x squared bracket 1 minus 4 over x squared. Simplify the situation and we will have limits when x approaching negative infinity 1 over x plus 3 over x squared over 1 minus 4 over x squared. Do remember the key. 1 over infinity we will have 0. So if we substitute we will have 0 for this part. Again 0, 0. So as a conclusion 0 over 1. So we will have 0 as a vertical asymptote. Same goes to the right hand side. Limit when x approaching positive infinity. So here, repeat the situation, we will obtain 0, 0, 0, and finally we will have 0. So the horizontal asymptote is y equals to 0.
So sekarang ini adalah prosesnya untuk kita menjawab soalan, iaitu find the vertical asymptote and then find the horizontal asymptote. So sebagai tambahan, saya akan show macam mana nak sketch graph dengan menggunakan information yang kita ada sekarang. Okay, so sekarang kita ada information dekat sini, iaitu domain, kemudian kita ada behavior when x approaching negative 2 from the left and right, limits when x approaching 2 from the left and right, kita ada behavior dia, asymptote pun ada, kemudian horizontal asymptote kita pun ada. So sekarang apa yang kita perlu buat adalah kita nak illustrate the situation. So first, kalau saya nampak ada negative 2 and 2. So di mana itu adalah kita punya asymptote, vertical asymptote. So let's say kita anggap ini adalah 2 and negative 2. Okay, so behavior dia negative 2 from the left. Positive infinity. Bermaksudnya sini. Negative 2 from the right. Kita dapat negative infinity. Di sini situasi dia. Teruskan. 2 from the left. Kita ada negative infinity. Then 2 from the right. Kita ada positive infinity. So itu adalah dia punya hints lah. Teruskan. Y equals to 0 adalah kita punya horizontal asymptote. Okay, so when x approaching negative infinity, dia approaching 0. Dia ada dua kemungkinan, di atas kosong atau di bawah kosong. Sama juga untuk sebelah kanan, iaitu x approaching positive infinity. Dia ada dua kemungkinan sebab dia approaching 0. Dia boleh atas approaching 0, dia boleh bawah approaching 0. Beri perhatian Okay. Bagaimana nak tentukan dia atas ke bawah? Kita key in calculator, iaitu alpha x plus 3 over alpha x square minus 4. Kita tekan calculate setelah anda key in function ini. Calculate. Kita anggap ya, untuk negative infinity, kita letak negative 100. So, kita dapat negative 0.009. Negative. So, kalau negative bermaksudnya kemungkinan kita adalah di bawah. Because di bawah 0 adalah negative. Ulang proses yang sama, calculate, substitute 100 sebab positive infinity. Kalau positive infinity, kita letak 100, assume. So, kita dapat 0.01. Bermaksudnya, nilai y kita adalah di atas. Okay? So, inilah lebih kuranglah situasi dia. So, kita boleh kata, graf kita macam mana? Okay? Kita boleh kata, graf kita macam mana? So, apa yang kita perlu buat sekarang adalah kita substitute. Okay? Kita substitute. When x equals to 0. So, bayangkan ya, substitute x equals to 0. Kalau x equals to 0, f0 is equals to, kita boleh dapat 3 over negative 4. Bermaksudnya, katakan kita punya nilai x and y di sini. Okay? Another one, when y is equals to 0. Cuba ganti. When y equals to 0. Kalau y equals to 0, kita akan dapat apa? 0 equals to x plus with the 3 over x square minus 4. So, x plus with the 3 equals to 0, x equals to negative 3. So, kita ada x intercept. Di mana? Negative 3. Katakan di sini. Negative 3. So, bermaksudnya graf kita macam mana? Graf kita akan jadi begini. Something like that. Okay, ini graf kita. Okay, seterusnya untuk bahagian tengah, graf kita macam ni. Okay, kalau untuk sebelah kanan, graf kita macam ni. Boleh? So, itulah contoh grafnya atau contoh kita menggunakan limits untuk bantu kita untuk sketch the graph. So, ingat, graph punya nama perlu tulis, x, y axis perlu tulis, dia punya intercept pun tulis, iaitu negative 3 over 4. So, kalau sini negative 3. Okay? So, x, y intercept, asymptote semua kena tulis. Begitulah ya, kita guna konsep limits untuk bantu kita sketch the graph. So, kita teruskan lagi dengan example yang seterusnya. So, ini adalah example yang ketiga ya.
Find the vertical and the horizontal asymptote given that the function is x squared over x squared plus 2. Step number 1, find the domain. How to find the domain? First, observe the situation. Given here we have a quadratic function and the domain will be negative infinity until infinity. Second, refers to the denominator. We have a quadratic as well. So in this case, x squared plus 2, there is no value that cannot be accepted. So the domain will be negative infinity until infinity as well. So finally, after the intersection, because we have divide, the operation will be intersection, and our final answer will be first, the domain. Domain for f equals to negative infinity until infinity. Here we have the domain. Second part will be the vertical asymptote. How to find the vertical asymptote? By referring to the domain. So in this,
So just now I mentioned how to find the vertical asymptote. So actually it just refers to the domain. Okay, refers to the domain. If there is domain, there is something asymptote, so automatic we can pick and then straightforward we list down or we state that is a vertical asymptote.
in this case, the domain is all real number, so there is no vertical asymptote.
So take note no vertical asymptote.
Meaning that vertical asymptote does not exist. Step number 3, we are interested in the behavior. Since there is no vertical asymptote, automatically there is no behavior can be observed in this part. Step number 4, horizontal asymptote. How to find the horizontal asymptote? Limit when x approaching negative infinity. Another part, we have limits when x approaching positive infinity. For the function, x squared over x squared plus 2. Same goes to the left. X squared over x squared plus 2. Now, we begin with the left. If we substitute the value negative infinity, and we will have positive infinity for the numerator, and same goes to the denominator. So in this case, we denoted it as IDF or indeterminate form. So what is the strategy that can be used in this case? Dividing the numerator and the denominator by referring to the power of the highest power of x for the denominator. Repeat, divide the numerator and the denominator by referring to the highest power of x in the denominator. So in this case, the denominator is x squared plus 2, and the highest power will be x squared. So limit when x approaching negative infinity, factor out the x squared over x squared, and we can simplify the situation. So from here, if we substitute negative infinity into this part, we will obtain 0. So finally, our answer will be approaching 1. Next, repeat the same situation. Limit when x approaching positive infinity. So we will have 1 over 1 plus 2 over x squared. So for this situation, substitute the positive infinity into this part and we will have 0. So finally, we will approaching 1 as well. So horizontal asymptote is y equals to 1. So here.
Okay, so rujuk kepada situasi ini, kita tak ada vertical asymptote. So jangan terkejut, ini boleh berlaku. Kemudian kita hanya ada horizontal asymptote. Boleh? So dengan itu, dah habislah untuk 3 soalan. Kita akan teruskan dengan example 4, masih sama, okay, untuk situasi-situasi yang berbeza.
Find the vertical and the horizontal asymptote. Given the function, we have 2x plus 1 over square root of x squared minus 9. Step number 1, find the domain. By referring to the function, we have the numerator, which is a linear. So if it is a linear, automatically the domain will be a real number. Next, we have to observe the denominator, where we have x squared minus 9. And we will have the situation square root. If the situation is square root, it should be greater and equals to 0. So for this case, it is a denominator, so 0 is not allowed. So now we have to deal with the inequalities. First, we have to factorize the situation. Since this is a simplest form, so it is the time to identify the sign. We have a positive sign. Next, what we have to do is to split the situation and assume positive. So here we have x greater than 3, x greater than negative 3. So now we have a number line, and kindly locate the value and express the situation. So we have x greater than negative 3, x greater than 3. We have negative, 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 so the product will be positive, negative, and then positive. Kindly refers to the sign, which is a positive, so our answer will be at the positive region. Finally, the domain for the function f would be negative infinity until negative 3. Where negative 3 is not included, union 3 until infinity, where 3 is not included. So this is the step to identify the domain. Second step, we are going to find the vertical asymptote. So in this case, kindly refers to the domain. So in here, the domain, we have two vertical asymptote. 1, x is equals to negative 3, x is equals to 3. Step number 3, we're going to observe the behavior. So before we start, kindly have a number line. So now we have the situation in a number line. So kindly denote it or suggest a value from the left and then from the right towards the negative 3 and the 3. So now kindly refers to negative 3 from the left. So the suggestion value will be negative 3.0001. As for the right, kindly refers to the domain. There is no value or invalid or no domain from the right. So we just ignore the situation from the right. Next, focus on value 3. So in here, from the left, kindly refers to the domain. There is no value or invalid or no domain. So meaning that we can put across. From the right towards the 3, so we will have a value which is 3.0001. That will be the suggestion value. Now, let's look at the behavior. So we have limits when x approaching negative 3 from the left for the function 2x plus 1 over square root of x squared minus 9. Next, limit when x approaching negative 3 from the right for the function. So now, first what we have to do is to substitute the value. Kindly refers to this value. If we substitute this value into this part, we will have a negative value plus with 1s. So we will have a negative value for the numerator, and for the denominator, negative 3.0001 square, we will have a value which is more than 9. A value which is more than 9 minus with 9, we will obtain a positive value. So as a conclusion, limit when x approaching negative 3 from the left for the function, and we will have a negative infinity, meaning that the function of f decreases without limit when x approaches negative 3 from the left. Next, we are going to discuss on the right. So in here, we have no suggested value, meaning that the value may be negative 2.9999. So now, kindly substitute into this part. The negative 2.999 square, we will obtain a positive value, which is less than 9. A value which is less than 9 minus with the 9, so we will have a negative value. So the value cannot be less than 0 for the case square root. So meaning that there is no value and the situation does not exist. So here we have the situation. So now we're going to discuss the value that is, or the behavior that is approaches the 3. So limit when x approaching 3 from the left for the function 2x plus 1 over square root x squared minus 9. Next case, it will be limit when x approaching 3 from the right for the function. So kindly reverse 3 from the left. Notice that there is no suggestion value. Why? Because imagine a value from the left towards the 3 will be 2.999 and 9. If we substitute, we will have a value which is less than 9. A value which is less than 9 minus with 9, automatically you will have a negative value. For the
So maksudnya di sini apa, tahu tak? Kalau you ambil sini 3 from the left kan 2.9999. Kalau you squarekan dia, automatic nombor itu mesti less than 9. Kalau you gantikan a value which is less than 9 minus with the 9, automatically you akan dapat negative value. So inside the square root, kalau you dapat negative, dia automatic, dia does not exist, dia undefined, dia mad error. That's why tak ada benda. Okay, itu situasi dia. Sama juga untuk bahagian ni pun sama.
The case square root, the internal value cannot be less than 0 because it will be invalid. So for this case, the situation invalid or does not exist. So for this case, does not exist. Next, let's move on to the right hand side. So limit when x approaching 3 from the right, so the value will be 3.0001. So if we substitute into this part, and we will have a positive value over, if we substitute the value into this part square, so meaning that the value will be more than 9. A value that is more than 9 minus the 9, obviously we will have a positive value. So as a conclusion, limit when x approaching 3 from the right for the function, and we will have a positive infinity. It shows that the function f increase without limit when x approaches 3 from the right. So here we have the behavior and the vertical asymptote. R, x equals to negative 3, x is equals to 3. Step number 4, find the horizontal asymptote. So before we start the discussion, kindly define the situation. Let's say we have square root of x squared. It is equal to absolute value of x. The definition for absolute of x would be x if the domain is greater equals to 0, negative x if the situation is x less than 0. Illustrate the situation in the number line. So now we have the number line and we are going to locate the value 0 and express the situation. We have negative x on the left, x on the right. So now kindly refers to the questions. Find the horizontal asymptote. So we need to state limit when x approaching negative infinity. Another case, limit when x approaching positive infinity. Kindly substitute the function. We have 2x plus 1 over square root of x squared minus 9. Same goes to the right hand side. So let's begin the discussion on the left. If we are going to substitute the value into the function, and we will have negative infinity for the numerator, and for the denominator, obviously we will have a positive infinity. So this is denoted as indeterminate form. What is the strategy to solve this kind of problem? Dividing the numerator and the denominator by referring to the highest power of x for the denominator. I repeat, the highest power of x for the denominator. So limit when x approaching negative infinity, kindly factor out the x. So we will have x bracket 2 plus 1 over x over square root of, we are going to factor out the x squared, bracket 1 minus 9 over x squared. By using the properties of the surd, we are going to split the surd. So limit.
So harap anda masih ingat ya, untuk bahagian ini adalah special case. Betul? Dekat bahagian E, sesi yang sebelum ini. So anda boleh rujuk semula lah. Kena beri perhatian ya, sekiranya ada square root dengan x square. Kena guna modulus punya definition.
Limit when x approaching negative infinity over square root of x squared, square root of 1 minus 9 over x squared. So kindly refers to the definition. We have square root of x squared, which is equals to absolute value of x. Based on the definition, we have x and negative x. So for this case, we have a negative infinity, meaning that towards the left. Since x is approaching negative infinity, so negative x is selected for this case. Limit when x approaching negative infinity, we have x bracket 2 plus 1 over x over, we have negative x. Based on the definition, we have negative x because x approaching negative infinity, or we can say towards the left. So kindly simplify the situation, and we will have limits when x approaching negative infinity, we have a negative bracket 2 plus 1 over x over square root of 1 minus 9 over x squared. Why we obtain negative? Because when we simplify the x, and we will have 1. So now kindly substitute the value, negative infinity. So do remember the key. We have 1 over infinity will be equals to 0. So for that key, this one will be 0. Same goes to this one, we will have 0. So as a conclusion, we will have negative 2. So next, let's move on to the right hand side. Since we already discussed on the left, so meaning that for the right hand side will be the same as well. So first, substitute the value. We will have a positive infinity for the numerator and a positive infinity for the denominator. So this one considered as indeterminate form. So what is the strategy to solve this kind of problem? Dividing the numerator and the denominator by referring to the highest power of x for the denominator. So now, limits. When x approaching positive infinity, we will have x bracket 2 plus 1 over x over square root of x squared, square root of 1 minus 9 over x squared. So for this case, what is the definition of square root of x squared? So we have a positive infinity, meaning that towards the right. So the function selected will be x for this case. So limit when x approaching positive infinity. So we will have this situation, and kindly substitute the function x to replace the square root of x squared because we have a positive infinity. So now we are going to substitute the value infinity. So in this case, we will obtain 0 in this part and 0 in this part. And we have a common x, so we can simplify. So finally, limits when x approaching positive infinity for the function. And we will approach the value 2. So in this case, the horizontal asymptote are y equals to negative 2 as x approaching negative infinity, and y is equals to 2 as x approaching positive infinity.
So, itulah rupanya ya untuk kita dapatkan dia punya vertical asymptote dengan dia punya horizontal asymptote. So sekarang kita akan sketch graph. So sekarang berdasarkan situasi kita dah extract information yang tadi ya. So sekarang kita tengok domain kita -3 and 3. So asymptote kita x equals to -3, x equals to 3. Okay? Kemudian horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote. Y equals to -2, Y equals to 2. So ada dua ya. So tak perlu risau. Kita buat dulu apa yang kita ada. So kalau kita tengok sini, -3 from the left. Dia -infinity. So ini situasi dia. Kemudian di bahagian sini does not exist. So abaikan, tak ada graf. Kemudian kita check lagi sekali. Sini does not exist. So tiada graf untuk tengah-tengah itu. Kemudian untuk bahagian ni 3 from the right. So dia positive infinity. Okay. Seterusnya horizontal asymptote negative infinity. Negative infinity maksudnya towards the left. Kita akan jumpa -2. Ada dua kemungkinan. Di atas -2 atau di bawah -2. Okay. Kalau untuk bahagian ni ada dua kemungkinan, di atas 2 atau di bawah 2. Okay? So, apa yang kita perlu buat sekarang adalah kita perlu key in calculator, iaitu masukkan you punya function, okay, 2x plus 1 over square root of x square minus 9. Key in function dalam calculator, guna function calculate. Sila tekan calculate, substitute a value. Okay, substitute a value. Let's say saya mula dengan right hand side. Saya substitute 100. So, kita akan dapat apa? 2.01. Bermaksudnya, kita akan dapat jawapan kita di atas 2. 2.01. Calculate sekali lagi, key in -100. So, you akan dapat -1.99. Beri perhatian ya, -1.99. Di mana 1.99 itu? Di atas ke di bawah untuk -2? So jawapan dia adalah di atas. So untuk graf ini, dia punya graf adalah begini. So dia naik, okay, kemudian dia melepasi, then dia approaching macam ni. So dia tak sentuh -2, dia approaching saja. Okay, ini untuk bahagian sebelah kiri. Dan untuk bahagian kanan pun sama. Di sini dia approaching bahagian bawah ni. So y equals to 2. So ini adalah graf untuk fx. So 2x plus 1 over square root of x square plus 9. Okay, pastikan asymptote semua tulis. XY axis kita tulis. Dan semua intercept kalau ada mesti kena tulis. So begitulah ya. Kita guna limits untuk bantu kita sketch the graph. So kita teruskan soalan seterusnya.
Given that the function is exponent x plus 2, step number 1, find the domain. So by referring to this case, the function given is an exponent function. So meaning that here we have domain for f would be -infinity, infinity, or we can say or real number. Step number 2, to find the vertical asymptote. By referring to the domain, we notice that the domain is all real number, meaning that there is no vertical asymptote for this case. Step number 3, kindly observe the behavior. So by referring to the domain, there is no vertical asymptote. By referring to the vertical asymptote, meaning that there is no vertical asymptote, meaning there is no behavior can be observed for this case. Step number 4, horizontal asymptote. So how to find the horizontal asymptote? There is 2 steps. Limit when x approaching -infinity. And we will have limit when x approaching +infinity. Kindly substitute the function for both sides. And we are going to start our discussion by referring to the left hand side. So if we substitute the value negative infinity,
So, harap anda masih ingat ya. Harap masih ingat dalam chapter 5 kita ada bincang tentang exponent kan. So saya ada mention ya y is equals to 0. Betul? Okay, y equals to 0. Kalau untuk graf kita y equals to exponent x pada mula-mula. Betul tak? So sekarang sebenarnya kita perlu tentukan iaitu melalui horizontal asymptote ini. Iaitu limit when x approaching negative infinity for the situation exponent x atau positive infinity for the exponent x. Itu adalah graf asas untuk exponential function. Okay, so yang ini bukan asas dia sebab kita dah plus 2. Okay, kita dah plus 2. So kita tengok apa yang berlaku.
into the function, and we will have e to the power of negative infinity plus 2. Simplify, and we will have 1 over e to the power of infinity plus 2. If we have e to the power of infinity, meaning that we will obtain 1 over infinity. Remember the key, 1 over infinity is equals to 0. So meaning that we have 2 as a value.
So kalau you masih ingat asas ya, graf kita adalah exponent x kan, betul? So kalau tiada 2, kalau you substitute negative infinity, sebenarnya you akan dapat kosong. That's why hari itu kita ajar function and graph, saya dah sebut kalau you jumpa exponent x, you tulis y equals to 0 as an asymptote. Okay, haraplah anda buat rujukan semula.
So as a conclusion, limit when x approaching negative infinity for the function e x plus 2, we were approaching the value of 2. Now we're going to further our discussion on the right hand side. So if we substitute the value positive infinity into the function, and we will have e to the power of positive infinity plus with 2. A positive infinity plus with 2. So we obtain positive infinity. As a conclusion, limit when x approaching positive infinity for the function e to the power of x plus 2, and the situation is positive infinity. So the function increase without limit when x approaches positive infinity. So at the end, what is the horizontal asymptote? So the horizontal asymptote for this case is y equals to 2 as x approaching.
Okay, so sekarang you tengok you ada situasi ini. So kita sketch the graph. So anda rujuk ya. So rujuk kepada situasi ini, domain dia all real number, betul? Domain dia all real number. Kemudian kita tak ada vertical asymptote, betul tak? So seterusnya kita ada limit when x approaching negative infinity untuk situasi exponent x plus with the 2, kita ada 2 as a horizontal asymptote. Okay, seterusnya kita ada limit when x approaching positive infinity plus with the 2, kita ada positive infinity. So kalau kita rujuk graf ya, rujuk graf, graf asas kita iaitu exponent x. Y equals to exponent x. Kalau exponent x, graf kita ke sebelah kanan, betul? Dari sini asasnya ke sebelah kanan. Itu graf dia. Di mana y is equals to 0. Itu yang paling asas. So intersect kita adalah 1. Itu yang paling asas. Sekarang situasi kita adalah y is equals to exponent x plus with the 2. So kita punya asymptote akan jadi y equals to 2. Kemudian sini akan jadi 3. So situasi kita macam ni. So sini 3. Betul? So you tengok kalau sini dia tulis positive infinity, maksudnya dia increasing without bound. So you boleh nampak di sini increasing without bound. Okay. Kemudian kalau you tengok sini negative infinity, dia akan jumpa y equals to 2. That's why you nampak di sini dia akan approaching y equals to 2. So begitulah ya kita buat grafnya. So dengan ada limit sini, harap anda faham kenapa awal-awal dulu masa function and graph kita kata y equals to 0 adalah asymptote dia. Kita teruskan. So sekarang kita akan bincang tentang ln. Okay, ln. So masih sama, dia adalah bantuan kepada chapter 5. Kenapa graf ln begini?
Find the vertical and the horizontal asymptote given that the function is ln bracket x minus 1. Number 1, find the domain. So how to find the domain? By referring to the function ln, meaning that x minus 1 must be greater than 0. So x must be greater than 1. So the domain for this function will be 1 until infinity. Step number 2, find the vertical asymptote. So kindly refers to the domain. In here, we notice that 1 is not included. So meaning that the vertical asymptote would be x is equals to 1. Step number 3, we're going to observe the behavior. So before we start the discussion, kindly illustrate the situation in a number line. So now let's denote 1 into the number line. And for the left-hand side, the value would be 0.999 and 9. As for the right, it will be 1.0001. The suggested value is approaching 1 from the left and from the right. So now we're going to start our discussion, meaning that observe the behavior when approaching 1. Limit when x approaching 1 from the left. Limit when x approaching 1 from the right. I resubstitute the function. So we have ln x minus 1 for the left, ln x minus 1 for the right.
So kalau you nampak, saya sentiasa ulang iaitu number line ini, kemudian saya tulis from the left, from the right untuk setiap satu situasi iaitu nombor yang kita fokus itu. Kemudian saya menyalin sahaja. Kalau left, kita tulis left. Kalau right, kita tulis right. Okay, asingkan dia, make sure kita clear. So, tuan-tuan puan-puan, kalau you ganti 0.9999 ke dalam sini, you akan dapat negative number. Ingat, dalam ln tak boleh negatif, tak boleh kosong. Automatic dia akan jadi does not exist atau undefined. Okay, so seterusnya kita teruskan untuk sebelah sini pula. Okay, negatif kan? So does not exist. So kalau kita teruskan untuk sebelah sana, sebelah kanan, kalau kita substitute, kita akan dapat apa? Kalau kita substitute, kita akan dapat 0.0001. So apa yang berlaku kalau begini? Okay, ln 0.0001. So kita akan dapat sesuatu benda iaitu negative infinity. Anda boleh tekan calculator negative infinity. So kalau negative infinity maksudnya bila dia dekat dengan 1, dia akan turun ke bawah. So itu kenapa graf kita begini. Teruskan, seterusnya kita perlu tentukan dia punya asymptote, okay, untuk situasi ini. Dan akhirnya kita perlu tentukan horizontal asymptote pula.
So how to find the horizontal asymptote? Limit when x approaching negative infinity. Limit when x approaching positive infinity. And kindly substitute the function ln x minus 1 for the left, ln x minus 1 for the right. So now, if we substitute negative infinity, meaning that we have a negative value, which is, for example, negative 1000 minus with 1. And obviously, we will have a negative value. So as we all know, for the ln, the internal value cannot be negative. If it does, meaning that the situation does not exist. As x approaches or as x moving towards the negative infinity or the left. Let's focus on the right hand side. Limit when x approaching positive infinity. So if we substitute the value, we will have a very big value. So meaning that ln internal value will be a very big value. So if we press the calculator, we will obtain a positive infinity, meaning that the situation will be going up or decrease without limit. So based on this situation, there is no horizontal asymptote.
Okay, so beri perhatian untuk situasi ni. First time you jumpa ya, kalau untuk horizontal asymptote, you dapat positive infinity atau negative infinity, bermaksudnya tiada horizontal asymptote. So sekarang kita akan buat graf untuk ln. Okay, kita buat graf untuk ln. Okay, berdasarkan situasi ini, yang pertama kita ada domain, dan kita ada limit when x approaching 1 from the right, kemudian kita ada x approaching positive infinity. So ingat kita buat graf kita. Okay, kita ada asymptote kita iaitu x equals to 1. Okay, x equals to 1. Kemudian, kalau kita tengok approaching 1 from the right, situasi kita adalah negative infinity, bermaksudnya dia berada di sini. Okay, teruskan. Kalau untuk positive infinity, maksudnya dia bergerak ke kanan, dia akan up, betul? Dia akan going up. So, maksudnya dia akan going up di sini. So, macam mana situasi kita? Situasi kita akanlah begini. Okay? So, kita perlu cari benda ini, iaitu when y equals to 0. So, y equals to 0, iaitu 0 equals to ln x minus 1. So, exponent 0 equals to x minus 1. Kemudian, exponent 0 adalah 1 equals to x minus 1. So, x equals to 2. So, di sini jawab dia adalah 2, 0. Nama dia fx is equals to ln bracket x minus 1. So, x y axis kena tulis, nama graf kena tulis, intercept kena tulis. So, harap anda nampak penggunaan konsep limits untuk bantu anda untuk membuat graf. Okay? So, di sinilah ya kita nak bincang tentang example, ada 6 example ini, iaitu penggunaan horizontal asymptote dengan vertical asymptote. Fokus kita bukan sketch graph ya, tetapi saya mengguna situasi itu untuk mengajar you, okay, supaya you nampak penggunaan limit situ. Okay, so ingat kita ada A iaitu konsep of limit, macam mana nak tulis simbol-simbol limit dan maksudnya. B, kita ada IDF di mana kosong kosong. C, kita ada limit exist or not. Okay, D, kita ada behavior iaitu vertical asymptote. Okay, ketika approaching satu nombor itu dari kiri dan dari kanan. Kemudian kita ada E iaitu horizontal asymptote. Okay, so kalau dah tamat maksudnya 8.1 sudah selesai dan slot petang ini kita bincang tentang horizontal dengan vertical asymptote. Bagaimana? Iaitu kalau nak tentukan vertical asymptote kita rujuk domain. Okay, domain. Bagaimana nak cari domain? Anda perlu rujuk chapter 5. Bagaimana cari domain? Bagaimana untuk cari vertical asymptote rujuk domain? Horizontal asymptote kita perlu rujuk kepada left and right. Negative infinity dengan positive infinity. So itu saja untuk slot hari ini. So terima kasih.